There are days when we know that there is something going on with our cats and our dogs, and we just cannot figure it out. We're looking for answers. No matter what technique we use and no matter how hard we try, the answers don't come. Hi, I'm Indrani, and today I want to walk you through a process, something that you can do to have those answers that you're seeking from your cats and dogs. Sania had recently adopted Minnie. And in her 6 months of life, Minnie knew the streets of Mumbai as her home. She was familiar with the traffic lights, the noise of the traffic, the smell of fish that would come from houses, and people who were not always very kind to her. Until she found Sania was determined to have the most loving, affectionate bond with Minnie. But Minnie wasn't having any of it. Minnie would spend her days hiding inside the cupboard. And no matter what Sania did, Minnie would not show any sign of trust or affection. In a situation like this, most of us would say, Minnie needs time, Minnie needs patience. Maybe that is the first thought that came to you as well. I know this because I have told many people that when you have a new adoption, then it needs patience and you have to allow the animal to come out at their own pace. This did not sit well with Sania, and she decided to go deeper. She started asking for answers. What does Minnie need? And here was the surprise. Sania found out that Minnie did not need time and did not need patience. Minnie's ask was that Sania come inside with her and hold Minnie and give her that sense of assurance that she will never ever be out on the streets again. The standard approach of time and patience and allowing an animal to come out at their own pace was not working with Minnie. And Sania chanced upon this way of befriending Minnie by listening to her intuition, to the insights that she was getting. And this was the start of a very beautiful relationship between Sania and Minnie. Was it easy for Sania? No. The first time she heard that Minnie does not need time and space, Sania's reaction was, oh no, this is not working. Whatever this thing is, it's not accurate because Minnie is hiding. This was her first response. But then Sania was determined. So she took the first step and Minnie responded. Have you ever had those moments when your cat goes into hiding and you feel like you want to go into hiding with them? Come hide with me, let's hang out together in my safe space. And that's how the bond shifted. Did that story relate to you? Have you ever had those moments where you are being asked to do something that contradicts everything you have known? See if any of this resonates with you. First one, have you ever sat with your cat or dog desperately wanting to know what they need and they just won't tell you? Even if you try animal communication, no answers? Well, some cats and dogs can be very stubborn. How about this one? Have you ever gotten a flash of knowing and then immediately talked yourself out of it? This cannot be right. I'm probably just making this up. I know I've done this quite a few times, and maybe you have too. Or how about this one? Have you ever loved an animal who keeps everything locked inside? Maybe they are in a shell, maybe they are the stoics, they don't want to disclose how they're feeling. And you feel you are stuck on the outside knowing something's wrong and there is no way for you to make your way through that shield that they have put up. As an animal communicator, I've come across these cases where either an animal is too guarded, shielded, maybe they have had bad experiences and they're just not open to trusting someone, or sometimes they're just plain stubborn and stoic, and sometimes they're just in a bad mood and they're just not interested in telling you what's going on. At times like this, I rely on intuitive listening. And let me talk a little bit more about what this thing is, and then we will do a practice together so you will get a real hands-on experience of it. Think of it this way. Animal communication, you are in communication, a conversation with a cat or a dog or another animal. It's almost as if you're sitting there and you're having this moment of bonding. And if you're a professional, you also include the human in that conversation. Animal communication is a great tool for developing, enhancing that bond. And then there are times when the answers don't come, especially if you have a scenario going on, like I know there's something off with my cat and I need to know what it is. When the answers don't come, that is when you can rely on intuitive listening. Think of intuitive listening as you go to Google and you put in your question, what is wrong with my cat? And you see the answers pop up. It's the same. On one hand, in animal communication, you're having this heart-to-heart conversation, and then you have intuitive listening where you go to the source, because the answers are all out there. Whatever the question, all those answers are out there. Everything is energy. Your questions are energy. The answers are energy. And when you ask a question, you tap into the energy of that answer and that frequency. And then the information comes in a way that you will be able to interpret through images, words, through feelings, through knowings. That is intuitive listening. Retrieving the information, this ebb of knowing that is already out there. The funny thing about intuitive listening is that we all do it. If you are a cat person, if you are a dog person, or if you are an animal person, if you are a professional animal communicator, energy healer, you are already doing this. We just haven't put a label to it, but we all do it. And all I'm doing today is just giving you a framework that you can use. Once you go through it, some of you will have this moment, I have been doing it all my life. So these are the steps. Step 1 is to set an intention. Have a very clear, specific question. The more specific you are in your question, in your intention, the more specific the answer will be. Examples. What is making my cat not eat today? What can I do to improve his appetite? Then you get specific guidance on steps that you can take. So once you have the question sorted out, the second step is to become aware of your own self. I call this cultivate the inner landscape. You become very aware of your physical body, you become aware of your emotional and your mental system. And then we come to the next step. You drop into your heart, you create a pause point, and let everything else fall away and get very, very quiet. And then finally, you ask the question and you wait for that answer. And the answer can show up in many surprising ways. You may have a sudden flash of something that you never really expected. To recap, have a very clear question in mind. Second, become aware of your own body, your own system, physical, emotional, mental. And then drop into your heart, create a pause point. And finally, wait for the answer. Let's do a practice. Have a question ready in your mind for this. Start by taking a very deep breath. Let the breath go all the way down into your lower abdomen. And when you're full, breathe out. Through your mouth. One more time. Breathe in. Let the breath go all the way down to your lower abdomen. Breathe out. And as you breathe out, set an intention to let go of anything that is holding you back from being fully present. Once more, breathe in. And breathe out. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your feet, your toes. Move your awareness up your body through your legs, through your torso, through your hips, your chest, till you're aware of your entire body. With your eyes closed, become aware of your environment. Notice the sounds. If there is any smell, notice the smell. And then notice the silence. And take another deep breath in and let it all go. Another deep breath in, and this time as you breathe out, imagine that you're dropping into your center. And now ask your question. Whatever that first flash of information is, a knowing, a feeling, a sound, an image, simply make note of it without trying to analyze. And that's it. Come back again to your breathing, come back to your body, and you may open your eyes. At this point, you may have had a knowing, or it is also possible that you have had nothing. Sometimes information comes in very unexpected ways, unexpected moments. Maybe after you finish watching this, you go and do your dishes, and maybe all of a sudden you realize something, you have an aha moment. So watch for those aha moments through the day, today, tomorrow, and see what comes to you. I have a much longer practice where we go deeper into intuitive listening. We really get deep into becoming quiet and waiting for that answer to show up. Check out my Intuitive Listening for Animals courses. There are preview lessons, sample lessons that you can watch without needing to log in. And just watching those 2 or 3 lessons may make a shift. Let me know how it works out for you. I'll be very delighted to hear from you. And until the next time, it's Idee signing out.